Good morning, sir. Standing before Judge Frank Caprio was Victor Kayla, now facing charges for speeding. Mr. Kayla, you are charged with a school zone violation. You are charged with exceeding the speed limit. But this wasn't just another traffic case. Wasn't someone who drove fast without a reason. Changed the entire mood of the courtroom. I'm 96 years old. I only drive when I have to. For blood work. He's handicapped. Yeah, I take him for blood work. Every 2 weeks. In that moment, you are a good man. Here you are, and you're still taking care of your family. The judge paused. How old is your son?
63.
I only drive when I have to. Yeah, and pointed toward the back of the courtroom. That's my son. He's looking at me thinking, you're going to be driving me around. You're putting a lot of pressure on me, but the emotion. And then came the moment everyone was waiting for. Listen, sir. I wish the best for your son. Your case is dismissed, and God bless you. What started as a simple traffic case, Victor Kayla, didn't just walk away from that courtroom. Well, later, they even appeared together, hosted by the judge's son, the best people I ever met in my life. And his son, Good morning, Judge, a 96-year-old man. In a school zone, beg pardon? In a school zone, and Victor Kayla. What the 96-year-old said next. I don't drive that fast, Judge. I drive slowly. I was going. For my boy. You were taking your son to the doctor's office? Mm-hmm. Because he's got cancer. The courtroom fell silent. You really are what America is all about, in your 90s. That's a wonderful thing. Then asked softly, 63, and Daddy is still taking care of him. Right? Then Judge Frank Caprio turned. You see that young man over there? Right now, Dad, when you're in your 90s, you're setting a bad example for my kid. A light laugh passed through the room. Still lingered. What would the judge decide? I wish you all the best. And I wish you good health. Good luck to you. Thank you. Turned into something unforgettable. And Judge Frank Caprio, they built a bond on a cooking show. I want to tell you something. The judge, everybody was fantastic. Speechless. Oh, so they haven't towed it yet? No, I don't think so yet. I have no idea. Yeah, so it's still there then, Your Honor. Standing in court was a man whose biggest problem wasn't just a ticket. It was the boot, the heavy wheel clamp, locking his car in place. And for him, that car wasn't just a vehicle. It was his only shelter. Judge Frank Caprio looked at him carefully and made a decision. First of all, I believe you, okay? I know when you're broke, and I know when you don't have any money. The mistake you made was driving a car that wasn't registered and had somebody else's plates on it. But I'm going to overlook that, given your circumstances in life. I know you're homeless. It's not easy. Sleeping in a car. I understand that. For a moment, it didn't feel like a courtroom anymore. It felt like someone finally understood. But then, the judge uncovered another problem. Something Aoyo didn't even know about. There's $290 worth of fines. My inclination is to keep the car registered in Rosarius Pina's name, so whoever that is will be responsible for these tickets, and your name won't be involved. All right. A small relief in a life full of pressure. But one problem still remained. The boot fee. The one charge that couldn't be ignored. The other thing is for you to get the boot off the car. And that's like $100 boot fee. I could try to make a phone call. If I can get the money out, I'm not sure, to be honest. The court is going to impose a $100 boot fee. You could feel the weight of those words in the room. And then everything changed. The boot fee will be paid from the Philomena Fund. You will not have to pay it. The Philomena Fund is a fund named after my mom. It consists of donations made to this court, so we can use our discretion to help people in need. So based on that, we're going to use 100 from the Philomena Fund. In that moment, Oyo couldn't hold it in anymore. I appreciate it. To help you, so you can get your car back. But it wasn't just a car. In a way, Judge Frank Caprio had just given him his home back. I've never had this issue before. This is my first time. My dad passed away a year ago, so it's been tough for me. I understand that. Good luck. I'm rooting for you. I hope things work out for you. Thank you. Before the morning is out, the boot will be released. Thank you. You'll be able to go and get it. I appreciate it. Judge, I don't believe that in the state of Rhode Island, we can charge a violation for driving too slowly. Because I can assure you, if that was my child or my grandchild, that speed would have been a heck of a lot higher than that. A ripple of laughter spread across the courtroom. And then, Judge Frank Caprio prepared to give his verdict. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First of all, it's not going to go on your driving record. Okay. Second of all, I'm not going to have you pay anything. I think whatever money you have should be spent on your kids. Thank you. And thirdly, everyone in this courtroom and everyone within earshot has empathy and sympathy for you. In these circumstances, as Inspector Quinn indicated, he would have been going around that corner on two wheels. The room smiled again, but the compassion stayed. Then the judge looked at the report. Let's see how fast she was going. 14 miles per hour. That's why I was shocked. That's all?
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to charge you for being a negligent mother. Oh, laughter filled the courtroom once more. But behind the humor was something deeper. Kindness. Using donor funds, Judge Frank Caprio quietly took care of her fine. But sometimes, the most unexpected moments came from the smallest voices. Inspector Quinn, get the cuffs. Like the case of Katie Wallace, a mother of 5, who walked into court with all her kids. Katie, that's all just that? Judge, there were fewer kids in my freshman class. Arrest those 2 kids for wearing hats in the courtroom, especially the firefighter hat. The courtroom burst into laughter. Judge Frank Caprio looked at the group, amazed. Katie, who are these kids? Where did you find them? Did you rent them outside? Unfortunately, they don't go back, so no. After a few smiles, the judge made an unusual request. Pick the most talkative one. Probably Alex. Alex, come up here. As Alex stepped forward, the entire courtroom leaned in. Can I wear your hat? You want to be a judge? Yes. Is your mother guilty or not guilty? Not guilty. But when it came to punishment, Alex didn't hold back. Should we fine her or let her go? Yes. Money. How about 50? Yes. How about 35 our court costs? Yes. Then the judge smiled and raised the stakes. How about 5 days in jail? Yes. Inspector Quinn, get the cuffs. The room exploded with laughter. Finally, the judge leaned in and guided him. Say this. My mom was doing 1 mile over the limit, and I think you should dismiss this case. Case dismissed. What are we going to do with you? Standing before the court was Gladys Rodriguez, facing 9 violations. My explanation. I was in a domestic violence relationship. I ran a lot of those lights, trying to escape someone who used to chase me with my daughter in the car. The courtroom fell silent again. How old is your daughter? 9. Judge Frank Caprio listened carefully. We are very sensitive to personal safety issues, but not all of these violations are related. The fines couldn't disappear, but the burden didn't have to stay. I'm gonna use $225 from donor funds. You'll only owe Nanawayev. Overwhelmed, she stepped forward. Can I give you a hug? Come on up. You'll be fine. This is my wonderful husband. He was driving my car. I got the ticket. I'm not guilty. Oh, he is. Linda came prepared. We watched the video. He went through the light. So you came here today to tell me he's guilty? Yes. The violation? Just 0.3 seconds. That's not much. It was close. The judge smiled and gave her the power. Do you give him the benefit of the doubt or make him pay? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but he has to take me to dinner. Deal. Matter. Dismissed. Closing. Laughter. Tears. And second chances. That's what defined Judge Frank Caprio's courtroom. A place where justice wasn't just about rules, but about humanity. And long after the cases were closed, he would be remembered for something far greater. His generosity, his compassion, and his unwavering belief in the goodness of people.